because here I was with a 1-year-old baby and I started EuMo.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was juggling 2 babies at the same time. I'd love to talk about a very bold client of ours.
Okay. What happens to a brand when it builds a universe like this as you're talking?
Okay, what does it mean to bring a brand alive? I'd start with that,
Okay.
right? It's clients come to us looking for that little extra, that's something more. The beauty about an experience center is it's upgradable, it's updatable.
At what point should a brand start thinking about an experience center?
Now.
Now.
All times are good times.
Okay. Great. Hi, Shanoo.
Hi,
How are you?
Madhav.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Great. So, Shanoo, you've had a very interesting career over the years. How did it all start?
Wow. How did it all start? That takes me back quite a bit, if you're ready to listen.
Yes, of course, all years.
So I joined NID with the aspiration of being an exhibition designer.
Okay.
And strangely, at that time, they had a change in course. So it kind of fell under the umbrella of visual communication. And so I went for that stream. But I made sure that all my projects were in the arena of exhibition space with graphics and lighting. It just kind of excited me. And my last project was for CRY, Child Relief in You. Yeah. And I designed this Bal Dhamal Mela.
Okay.
Yeah. Where, which was, I mean, at that time, we didn't have the word experience center or experiences. So we just looked at everything as exhibitions and cultural fairs and things like that. So I really enjoyed it. I used bamboo and cane and I made a model. And that model happened to go to an architect in Bombay.
Okay.
Who happened to be a trustee of CRY.
Oh.
And he was quite intrigued and he called me to his office. And we started talking. It was my last project. And he said, are you up for a job with me? And I said, yeah, sure. That was like one easy interview. I didn't have to write any application.
Yeah.
And so I started working with him. And the projects that I kind of veered towards were all spatial with communication. So thematic, storytelling in space. And I truly enjoyed it.
Wow, that's
and
great.
I think that was a great stepping stone for me.
So how did EuMo happen? How did it come to life?
Yeah, that's quite funny. So I was working with him for a while. And somewhere down the line, you say, okay, you need to even kind of look at life. And so I, Gary and I, we decided to get married. And before you knew it, there was a baby. And I said, I've got a baby, but I need something else to do, which is quite stupid when you look at it in retrospect, because here I was with a 1-year-old baby and I started EuMo.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was juggling 2 babies at the same time.
That's quite
It was tough.
Yeah.
And I have a client who still, comes to us, lots of trust and beautiful relationship. And suddenly he told me a couple of months ago that, Shanoo, do you remember you came for all the meetings with your baby in a basket? And I'm like, right.
Wow, that's good. That sounds like quite an adventure.
Yeah, it was. It was.
How so you've been working with brands for quite a long time, it seems, right?
Yeah.
And how has the challenges of the brands and needs of the brands have evolved over these past few decades?
It's crazy because I feel, I guess, like every generation does, that they've seen everything, So I'd say that the market itself has changed dramatically. I mean, it's unrecognizable from where it was, say, 10 years or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
How did brands talk to their audiences? Traditional media, TV, newspapers, you could just fold it and put it away and, your mind space was clear.
Yeah.
Today, the market is so fragmented and your customers are literally live at so many different instances, which may be physical, they may be digital, they may be social. So that's like a huge change.
Yeah.
it's also hyper connected.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always someone on some channel at all times.
Yeah,
So
correct.
can you imagine the challenge for brands?
How do you connect with these people?
Really, it's
Yeah.
like, and the traditional way of connecting so far has been campaigns, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when these one-off campaigns are pushed, you need to visualize it through this very fragmented market. It's like it's a hit and miss.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
could be shouting into the void
Yeah.
and more or less making a lot of noise
Okay.
rather than making an impact.
Hmm.
So that's the issue. And then you have customers who are really looking for more than just transactions.
Okay.
They now want to actually feel
Hmm.
the brand. They want to be one with the brand. Huge change. Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
So that's quite that sounds like quite a change in the intentions of the customer. So how are brands solving it? Or how do you recommend from the perspective like to be solving
Yeah.
these problems?
Yeah. I mean, so here you had, if you look at it, you had a brand that was in total control.
Hmm.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
when they were in control.
Yeah.
Okay. They were in control, they controlled the message, they broadcast what they wanted to, right? And it reached the audience.
Yeah.
Today your brand is being co-created
Yeah.
by the customer,
Hmm.
right? It's literally like the brand is on a stage, it's
Hmm.
performing.
Hmm.
Every instant, every moment is being recorded.
Yeah.
And I think one misdemeanor, one mistake can be amplified by the user many times over. It can literally viralize outrage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So brands need to now, kind of step back and say, how do we now cater to these increased expectations of the customers? And therein lies an opportunity for brands.
Okay.
And I'm seeing it more and more. Brands are recognizing it, that they have got to figure out a way of working such that they're telling one coherent story across all their touch points, because a customer typically could be on any given touch point. I mean, before buying, they may check it on social media, they may go digital, they're seeing hoardings, there's so many different touch points. They all have to say the same thing, they have to make the customer feel the same. The memory of the feeling has to be very strong.
Oh, okay. So how do you build a memory of the feeling?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think here is where, firms like ours, which, we have a process. We call EuMo design intelligence.
Okay.
So what that does is design intelligence is, I would say, a process or an act where we're very good at observing, perceiving. We're very good at adding intuitive layers on brands, figuring out their strategy, what their big stories are, and interpreting it so that we kind of create a sense of the world, for customers. So it's like an act of sense making for a brand.
Okay.
And so when we look at how a brand should, create or emote or create an emotional infrastructure for the customers, then we do it as a complete system, not just as a one-off. And I think this is what brands need to move towards.
Could you give an example for us to kind of understand how this infrastructure is built or played out?
Yeah. So, I mean, there are some clients who, I think we've been very fortunate to work with visionaries. I'd love to talk about a very bold client of ours.
Okay.
Maybe take you behind the scenes. Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas,
Okay.
CAM, right? India's leading law firm.
Uh-huh.
And they came to us with a recognition that they needed an identity that would play out in this very competitive legal world. And they wanted us to really work with them and their brand to tell a consistent story across all their touch points.
Okay.
I mean, I say it's visionary because you typically don't think of the legal arena as one being so sensitive to brand requirements. But here we were, and Mr. Cyril Schroff, he is, an amazing visionary. And so we worked with them, we worked through workshops, we understood really what is the DNA of the brand, how the brand is really at the forefront. I mean, the company is at the forefront of the entire legal mammoth kind of marketplace, and how they're leading with new ideas, and they've always been pioneering. And so we gave them a strategy, a story of being ahead of the curve. We work with them, and it's not even like we gave it to them, we kind of realized it for them because it was embedded in their culture. So we kind of realized it for them, and it clicked. They said, yes, this is really who we are. And then we kind of we spanned it across all their touch points, digital, their websites, their newsletters, even their induction systems, of course their brochures, how they would meet clients, all those sensitive touch points. And I think it was really a very beautiful, collaborative, successful project, where we created a system, not just an identity in the typical sense. It was not just give me an identity and show me how to use it with guidelines. No, it was how do we embed this culture into all the touch points, into the storytelling, into their books, into their physical space. The entire world. We help them build their universe.
What happens to a brand when it builds a universe like this, as you're talking about?
I mean, I think what it does is it walks in step with their growth. Yeah, it's like they're bullish about their future, and if their brand is walking alongside them, then it just propels them forward, because then that thought, it drives them forward, and all their initiatives are kind of crafted with this mindset that they have imbued in their culture.
Wow. So it sounds like with all of those exercises, you were able to really bring the brand alive for Mr. Shroff. What would be a really interesting way, or what are other ways in which you can bring a brand alive?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think okay, what does it mean to bring a brand alive? I'd start with that, right? It's to make it sensory. Yeah, it needs to bring your senses alive.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So what we do, and what I think we've got a great specialty in, and we've been around for a long time, and we've been doing this for a long time, is brand experience centers, or corporate experience centers, or briefing centers, different names. And what they do very effectively, which is the need of the hour, is they capture an audience's attention for a span of over 15 minutes. Now, why is that important? Typically today, a customer's attention, from what I learn and I've studied, is about 8 seconds, or 8.25 seconds today. What used to be around 12 seconds is about 8.25 seconds. That's all you've got him for, right? Now imagine if you have a captive audience with you for 15 minutes. That kind of return on investment is a return on attention, isn't it? And so brand experience centers are really a fabulous way to tell your story. These are phygital experiences, which means they're physical centers where people actually walk through a space. And we use digital storytelling and multimedia to program the entire center, so that the story is kind of revealed as they walk through the space. So we use sound, we use light, we use proprioception. Where are you in space? Am I making you feel a little off balance? Is there an intent for that? So again, a lot of design intelligence to get our message through, right?
I see.
So, for example, I mean, what if you wanted, to tell a customer that your product actually makes them stronger, taller, or whatever it is, healthier.
Hmm.
And you made someone stand on their toes to pick it up.
Yeah.
Right? That's proprioception.
I
So
see.
the
Yeah.
senses, you're playing with the senses to drive home a message, to, make a brand world make sense. So that's the sense making part that I was talking about.
Wow.
So visitor experience centers or digital experiences happen in dedicated spaces. So companies come to us and they say, can you tell our story in this space? Mostly they've seen something we've done before,
Okay.
and they want to know whether we can execute something like that for them. And the other way is where in retail, right, in stores where
Yeah.
customers want to feel the brand much more than just transact with the brand.
Yeah.
We can have digital experiences. Again, for example, for Mahindra, we had a VR experience where the customers kind of could see the car, open the doors, etc., within the showroom. And those kind of create this memory much more than just a message would. So I'd say that is the new frontier for brands.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it sounds like quite a lot of work.
Oh,
What? So what kind of team does it take to pull something like this off?
Oh yeah, we're a multidisciplinary design team from the very beginning. Yeah, going back to my story in NID, what excited me about brand experiences, we ensure that we build a team which talks to each other and works with each other. So we have architects, interior designers, graphic designers, interpretive, storytelling, strategy, all working together. And I think that's the success of all our projects. And clients come to us looking for that little extra, that's something more, because I think we see what what a lot of people don't see. We're able to notice things that others don't notice and find opportunity there to elevate a story.
Wow, that sounds great. So at what point should a brand start thinking about an experience center?
Now.
No.
All times are good times.
No, like in their journey or in
Yeah.
their journey of growth, at what point
Yeah.
do you think it's helpful for them to start building an experience center of some sort?
An experience center specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the brand or the company needs to have a certain maturity where they have, brought alive all their various channels of communication. So they've kicked open retail physical spaces. They've got their digital in place. They've got their websites in place. And they're on that growth trajectory where they need to actually create a space where they can bring partners or customers or vendors to demonstrate what they're doing. For example, for a phone company.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful because here they can demonstrate their technologies, they can tell stories, they can talk, and they can keep upgrading it. The beauty about an experience center is it's upgradable, it's updatable.
Wow.
So it's not ever dead.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that's about the brands that have hit the level of maturity. What about the brands that are not so mature, that's slightly early in the market? What can they do to be, if they're thinking about experience now after listening to you talk, what can they be doing to sort of build an experience for their customers?
Right. So right when they start, I think a lot of the brands, and a lot of them are doing it right. They're investing in getting their story right. And they're not just doing, and they shouldn't just be doing an exercise in a visual identity, which is just aesthetic and it looks good and things like that. Needs to have a story that can be told over time. You can't suddenly change your story.
Okay.
Right? So I think this is really important that they work on brand strategy along with identity, and they start rolling out the sensory aspects of their brand. And what I mean is Instagram channels, websites. It's not only the messaging; it's the visual cues. It's the sonic cues. All of that starts building the experience.
That was an amazing conversation, Shanoo.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
We'll connect again, I think, for another episode.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Okay.
This is exciting.
Indeed.
Thanks.
Indeed.
You did a great job too.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Thank you.